A warm welcome to Anuradha Vedic Astrology. Today we are going to talk about the ailments of Rahu. But before that, a big thanks to all of you for liking, sharing, and subscribing to our YouTube and Spotify channels. If you haven't subscribed to our videos and audios, please do, and do remember to press the bell icon so that you can get the updates ASAP. Rahu is a planet that we all know gives the results of the planet whose house it tenants, the planet it aspects, and the planet that it is in conjunction with. So, all these aspects, conjunction, and the tenancy of Rahu becomes important even while we are talking about medical aspect. Now, when we talk about the medical aspect of Rahu, Rahu becomes prominently important in giving diseases if it is posited in the 3, 6, 8, or 12 houses. There, the maleficence of Rahu increases. In the trikonas and the kendras, Rahu becomes more open to giving the goodness of a planet, especially if it is with the kendra or the trikona lord. Since we are talking about medical astrology, we need to concentrate more on what Rahu can bring into our lives by way of diseases. So, what can Rahu show by way of diseases in life? First and foremost, Rahu is quite capable of giving people leprosy or showing the diseases of leprosy, skin issues for a person, especially if Rahu is associated with Mercury in any way. These people, if it is associated in a good house, then a person would just be having these itchings or tendencies of showing certain amount of skin problems, especially when they are agitated or a little overwhelmed. In other houses, especially the Trig Bhavas or the Trishadayas, this Rahu can bring in this leprosy or skin disorders at a great level. Again, mental issues is also something that Rahu is capable of giving a person. How does that do? So, especially if Rahu is sitting in the sign of Cancer, is associated with the fourth house, or it has a strong connection with the moon. These connections can give rise to aberrations of the mind. The person can have a lot of fears, can have psychological issues, which can take a long time to recover from. Again, Rahu shows heart issues. When this Rahu is with Sun, because Sun in particular shows a lot of heart diseases, and affliction of the Sun because of the presence of Rahu can always be seen. So this Rahu can expand the heart to a certain level or can bring about heart diseases for a person or the heart related trouble for a person. In the sign of Cancer also, especially if it falls in one of the 6, 8, 12 houses or the third house, Rahu is capable of giving that issue. When we talk about the problems of Rahu, poison, if it is with moon, it can show poison through water poisoning. Sometimes people have diarrhea and all these things. That is also something that Rahu can show when it is with the watery elements. Rahu can also show the problem relating to medicinal issues, because in those times these medicines are, again, they are artificial in nature. Things which are artificial in nature are the karaka of Rahu, and as such, when Venus is with Rahu, and if it happens to be in the 6, 8, 12 houses, if a person is not a doctor, the person does have a chance or a tendency to have problems due to medicine intake, oral medicine intake. So we should be careful on those grounds. If a very strong Rahu is present with a good Venus, in that case, these people can come out of these medical issues quite well. Again, Rahu shows leg pains because Rahu is also the karaka of the 11th house of the natural zodiac. Pain like varicose veins, if it is associated with Saturn, in that case, much more so, varicose veins can be seen something very strongly in the tenure in the Dasha, Antardasha, Pratyantar of Rahu. Again, sudden ailments, ailments which have absolutely no bearing for a person. All of a sudden, a person feels overwhelmed, a person feels uneasy, and within a period of time, a person has to go consult for a major issue of an ailment that cannot be diagnosed quite easily. That is all the gift, if I may say so, of Rahu. The Rahu needs to be properly handled in that case. Rahu is seen to also give cancer. Rahu afflicting the part of the body as represented by Kalpurush Kundli or the house of the body, house of the Kalpurush Kundli can bring in cancer ailments for a person concerned. If we have talked about mental aberrations, Rahu also brings in jealousy. Rahu also brings in an ability to harm others after a careful planning, which again is a mental ailment. So there are various ailments that Rahu can bring in. Here, if Mars and Rahu are together, then that jealousy, the anger, the ability to hurt others can also come up as psychological issues. So when we are talking about the ailments of Rahu, it is very important to see where this Rahu is sitting. It is also very important to see if this Rahu has an association or an aspect on other planets. In that case, Rahu is capable of delivering not just its own results, but the results of the other planets also. So do write to us. Let us know how you find this video, and we'll meet with you again soon. Thank you.